Sundays with Steve. I'm not going to talk about Trump this time because I'm just fucking sick of it. It's all just stupidity incarnate. It's like, God, every day. So, Ukraine. The Russian economy and the Russian social lifestyle is collapsing. Putin has turned off cell phones. They said it's for security reasons, but it's more likely they're turning it off so that people can't complain as much on social media about what's going on in Russia. I don't know, I'm not Putin, but that just seems to make more sense. But can you imagine what it would be like if your mobile phone didn't work? It means you can't do any online banking unless you go on a computer, but most people just use it on their phones. My online bank doesn't even work online, it works on an app on the phone. It means there's no GPS if you're driving around, so map sales have increased. But yeah, no GPS, it doesn't work. They've turned it off. They've just turned off the internet. And everyone's just like freaking out in Moscow because you lose something as important as the internet and your life is very, very different. But stupid little things are happening because sanctions have been in place for 4 years now, and elevators are breaking because they haven't been maintained because they can't get parts. Because when elevators were built by Otis and everyone else, when we were friendly with Russia, and they could get parts and they could get maintenance engineers and stuff. But now, even if you take a thing like elevators, they can't get the parts anymore. I mean, they can get Chinese knockoffs sometimes, but sometimes they can't. So there's major big buildings now that don't have any elevator service. And again, it's like, it's just a small thing, but it's another small thing and another small thing and another small thing. And Ukraine is just kicking their ass on the battlefield. There's now, I think, 1.6 million Russians off the battlefield, which means 1.6 million either dead, captured, missing, or surrendered, or very seriously wounded so that they can't return to the battlefield, like they've had a leg blown off. 1.6 million. For example, you remember how much impact, sorry about that, you know how much impact the Vietnam War had on America. That was 53,000. 1.6 million is taking a massive toll on the Russian economy because they're not paying taxes, they're not working, and they're having to support them. And then you get Trump allowing them to sell oil, which is just insanely stupid. It's not good. It's just prolonging things because, as I said, the Russian economy is just collapsing. And I don't think the Ukrainians are going to win on the battlefield. They're not going to lose. It's just a stalemate. Both sides are firmly dug in, and they just fly drones at each other. Drones are interesting because they've changed the entire battlefield scenario. Because drones, let's just get drones to do it. And now they're getting autonomous drones. They've had fly-by-wire, glass fiber, and they'll take a glass fiber cable and fly 10 kilometers with it because they can't get any radio interference because it's communicating. They're controlling the drone with a glass fiber wire, a very thin glass fiber wire. But now the fields are covered in glass fiber cable. It's going to take a decade to clear all that mess out, and the mines and everything. It's just really bad. So Ukraine won't win on the battlefield, but they will win because they've just kicked Russia in the teeth as an economy. People don't want to do business with them anymore, and they're just kind of done. So it's just waiting now. It's a sort of war of attrition as they wait for the economy to collapse. And then at some point, it's most likely that, sorry about that, it's probably going to have Putin taken out from the inside. And once he's gone, then everything, just collapses as far as the war's concerned, and the Russian soldiers that are left there will go home. Can't happen soon enough, but it's going to take a few more months. But I think it could be before the end of this year, because things are happening quite quickly. Anyway, thanks a lot. See you next week. Bye-bye.